Welcome back to Judo Highlights. Yesterday we had this epic matchup, Nagase versus Lee. Lee winning that one with the reverse kataguruma. So this is going to be a big weapon for him going forward towards the next Olympics. I do have a video on the channel following Nagase and Lee throughout the day and the final, so go have a look if you'd like to see that. Now day 2, of course, we had epic matchups, big ippons, unique throws, couple of injuries. I want to talk about that a little bit. But first, let's look at some big throws just like that one. Now this is Bagbagashvili. He is at under 73 for Georgia. And I mean, have a look at this. This is classic Georgian judo. Another throw from him here. So I think he might become the next guy at 73 after Shavdatoashvili. I mean, look at that, a beautiful Uchimata. Now he did lose. He lost in this contest here. A big counter. And the counter here is by Naguchev. And, I mean, that was a beautiful counter, but this is not a good technique by Naguchev. I mean, you've seen it, it's bad. And, I mean, he realizes what he's done, but this is not good. And I have seen a lot of this happen recently. People going for sumigaishis, but sitting on the thigh. I think this should be hansokumake. I think it should just be the same as kanibasami. Even this here, you'll see Bai just kind of launch himself on the leg. And I'm glad he gets thrown for it here because it is dangerous. And you won't see any of the Japanese in this position. It's not a good position. I don't know why people do it. Same with people who look to sit on the thigh for the sumigaishi. It's just not a good idea. But anyway, we'll move on, talk about under 73. One of my favorites was on the mat. Nils Stump from Switzerland. And here he is, good clean technique, not jumping on people's legs. Beautiful turnover into the osaikomi. And he was on form all day. This is classic Stump here. He's going to latch on to White's knee. And he's got one of the best hizagurumas in the game. If you want to have a look at just someone who does a hizaguruma really well. Stump, he's the man. Now have a look at this. He almost gets counted for the Uchimata and then turns it into an Oshigari. So we had Stump. He made it all the way to the final and he was up against Naguchev. During the contest, it was definitely Stump dominating the grips, left versus right. And Naguchev, he was just kind of in a situation where he had to just kind of respond. He wasn't going to make anything work with that kumikata, so he was looking for counters. And then with just 30 odd seconds left in the contest, a beautiful Uchimata from Stump. And that was enough to seal the deal. So Stump, excellent form heading into the World Championships. In one of the bronze medal contests, a nice counter here. Just a real quick bit of Ashiwaza, just as Nobutayev was looking for that sacrifice throw. So Lav Jagol, he wins his bronze medal. And now the other bronze medal contest, Kuanov, he won that one by Shido. So we'll move on and we'll talk about under 81s. We will start with a couple of highlights because we know who took gold and silver. Now this is a really nice Soresuri Komigoshi. Now this piece of Ashiwaza, absolutely beautiful, goes flying. This next exchange, quite interesting. Almeida counters the Ochigari here. Blue, I think he does a bit of a mistake. Takes his hands off. Doesn't really commit to the throw. And then when he had his hands off, Almeida just controlled it all the way to the ground. Now this is Karapetayan in white. And he made it to the semifinals. Ended up facing up against Nagase, losing that contest, and then he went through into the bronze medal contest. But Karapetayan, he's got some good techniques. Still though, Nagase really dominated that contest. And here he is up against Dvalishvili. That same throw, that Sode that he is so good at, winning that contest by ippon. And in the other bronze medal contest, this is a beautiful technique by Zubanazar, going in with the Uchimata. And really controlling Palati all the way to the ground there. Now at under 63 we had Tanioka against Aochikone. In the finals, 3 shields to Tanioka, and so Aochikone, she wins that one. We had Silva with this nice Sankaku in the Newaza for ippon, and she does get the Shimewaza here. Kropska does end up tapping. And now Silva, I mean, she's really finding some form heading into the next Olympics. On the other side of the bracket, Hakva Tagu, she gets a Wazari and a Yuko, and then ends with an Ude Gatame on the ground. So not a lot of action in the gold medal contest, but this was a good one. Moving on to under 70 now. So a real battle mid-air between these two, but Stang Herlin comes out on top in the Kesa Gatame, so she wins the gold medal contest. Now this was quite interesting. In one of the bronze medal contests, Esposito up 2 U-calls and then loses it. It's quite hard to see the technique, but I do think it is an all sotogari. So Carvalho, she takes the bronze medal, and then on the other side of the bracket, Pole gets a U-call score, which is all she needed in this contest to take home the bronze medal. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the final day. Like, subscribe. Peace.
Watch the feet here, like just, yeah, it's just a nice little sweep, wasn't it?